Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday. I want to give you a little bit of time to hop on here, make sure I have my internet settings good to go. You're probably like, Kim, what the heck? You did your hair, you got makeup on, you wore your Kamala pearls. Yes, yes, yes. So, because I have a 3-hour training with the Las Vegas school teachers today, not 3:30, it's 3:30 their time, 5:30 to 8:30 my time. So I am super excited to dive into like educator burnout with them, well-being, and give them some practices that they can use to increase their happiness levels by up to 40%. So I'm actually going to be training today, even though a while ago I was sledding. So anyways, if you're here, pop in and say hi. And I'm going to kind of get things going here on my phone just to make sure that I have everything I need for you all today. Okay, we have 8 people on here. Okay, pop on, say hello, tell me what you're up to today, and then I'm going to talk to you for just about 20 minutes until I get going on this other training. Okay, so okay, it just says Facebook user. Hey, pretty lady, I got to figure out who Facebook user is. Thank you. Yeah, got myself all dialed up today. A while ago, I looked like total crap, but hey, a little bit of makeup, some lipstick, and doing my hair kind of works. Okay, let's see here. Let me make sure I got it going on because I want to share my slides with you again today, because yesterday we were talking a lot about the difference between the conscious mind, which is 5%, right? The 5% of your conscious mind is what creates your reality, right? And your reality is what you're living, what you're experiencing, what you're creating, what experiences you're having, what opportunities you're having, all of these things. And then your subconscious mind, which is like the lower part of your mind. If you remember from yesterday, it's the part of the iceberg that's under the water, but it's the biggest freaking part. And the subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of what you attract and create in your life. And I was just telling my husband this morning that when I started studying the law of attraction 15 years ago, I was like, one of the biggest mistakes. I don't know, Kara. I don't know why there's captions on here. I saw that yesterday. I'm using something called StreamYard so that I can stream to YouTube and to here at the same time. So I don't know. Oh, I got to reschedule something. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Hold on a minute, you guys. Like, something we schedule all our content out, and so something posted on Facebook that I now need to not post until later tonight. Okay, so my husband and I were talking this morning, and I said one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they underestimate their ability to, go really big in their life, whatever that looks like, is they base what they can create and experience in their life on their current circumstances, right? And Scott said, well, what do you mean, Kim? And I said, well, remember like 20 years ago when we were living paycheck to paycheck, I was a school teacher, and school teachers don't make a lot of money. We had credit card debt, we had car payments. I was like, if you would have told me 15 years ago, based on my circumstances, oh, Kim, you're going to launch 2 businesses someday and become a multiple 6-figure business. You're going to get to do the thing that lights you up. You're going to be a motivational speaker. You're going to travel around the country. I've been like, no, I'm not. Like, geez, we barely make ends meet now. Like, if I would have taken the current circumstances of my life then and let that determine what I was capable of, then I would have never been able to create all of this other stuff. But when you learn the law of attraction, when you learn how to actually co-create your life with your universal intelligence, that is when miracles start to happen. Because when you align with that energy, okay, it starts to bring opportunities to you. It starts to like clear the path for what it is that you want more of. And so Scott was like, yeah, you're kind of right. He's like, we even have a house that you put on the bulletin board way back when. He's like, I would have never pictured us living in a house like that. And he goes, you did it when we were still like in struggle mode, but you started to use all of these teachings that you were learning. And that's really how we made the what we call a quantum leap, right? And so in the the Big, Bold, and Brave 90-day program, what we do is we teach you the specific skills of how to make the quantum leap in your life using your ability to co-create with universal intelligence or God or spirit or whatever people want to call it. This is a law that Oprah talks about, that Jim Carrey talks about. This is not like woo-woo-y. And so like, I believe so much in it that the last 3 modules of the program are all about how to start doing this. And so I want to share my screen real quickly with you because I just want to go over and go a little bit further on this topic that we went from yesterday on. Okay, so if you remember, we were talking about the conscious mind and how most of us spend all of our time up here, right? This is our logical thinking, our reasoning, our critical thinking. You know, these are our voluntary actions. I need to do this, and then I need to do this, and then I need to do this, and then I need to do this. And what happens is we even say now this is 5% of what we're creating, but most of us ignore all of this. Most of us ignore the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is what is creating 95% of what you're currently able to attract and create in your own life. So let me give you an example of this. You know how the stats are with people who win the lottery? I think the stats are something like 95% of them will end up broker than they were 5 years after winning the lottery, right? Like most people lose all their damn money. This is why, because they don't carry the subconscious beliefs that say, hey, I have an infrastructure for this. I have a blueprint for this. I know I am worthy of this. They don't have the past programming or the beliefs, right? Or any of that that says, hey, I'm truly worthy of attracting this money and holding on to it. And so they end up losing it because there's not a vibrational match between the energy, the vibrational level of that money that comes to them and their beliefs about their ability to keep it and hold on to it. And so there's what they call a mismatch, you know? So like, for example, just to give you guys an example of my real life, because, you know, in the Facebook group, I kind of take off my, you know, so-called professional speaking hat and I just do real talk to all of you, even though there's a lot of school teachers in here, you know, that I feel like the way this worked out for me, and I was listening to a podcast recently and it kind of even reiterated it. It was saying like, okay, like with COVID, with my business in COVID, right? Like my income got reduced greatly in 2020 because, you know, a ton of my work is speaking engagements and the stages were shut down. But the issue is I have a blueprint inside of me that says Kim Strobel knows how to make $350,000 a year. Like I have a blueprint because I have consistently done that for a few years in a row. So I have a blueprint that says I already know how to do that. I totally believe in my ability to earn that kind of money, which means, you know, I will get back there or more once things let up again, because I have a blueprint that says, yeah, that's the kind of money I make, right? Like it's an inner belief. It's an identity that I've taken on. It's not enough to just want it, right? You can want things, but the reason we're not getting them is because we don't have a belief structure in our subconscious mind that actually supports the want. And so in the 90-day program, we do that entire dive on those belief structures. What we basically do is rip away all the old stuff that you don't even know is there, because in your subconscious mind, you're not even, I mean, most of us are going around and we have belief systems that were ingrained in us from the time we were 5 years old that are still playing out in our life. And we've never done a software update on those. And so a big part of the work that I do is to really like go in there and extract those weeds, extract those past beliefs that are no longer serving you, so that we can do like a software update. We can like download a new foundation from which you're functioning on, because once you do that, then all of a sudden you are flooding your subconscious mind with what you want, and you're changing yourself at the identity level. You see, you have to act as if whatever it is that you want is happening right now. And there's lots of steps. I teach it all in the program of how exactly to do that. But you cannot wait for your external circumstances to change. And you cannot base your ability to attract a life that you really love. You can't base it on your current circumstances. If you're doing that, you are sadly misunderstanding your potential, my friend. And the thing is, we've all been there, right? We don't know how to do it. We're like, well, how do we do it? Well, that's what I've studied for the last 15 years. How do we reprogram our subconscious mind so that we create and open up new trajectories, and you're able to make quantum leaps in every area of your life? I think it's so important that we, as women especially, we understand this. We understand that we have the power, should we wish to use it, to create so much more of what we really love to do in our life. But you have to work on the programming. And I'm still doing the work myself. I still work on my subconscious mind. I have specific things that I do every single day, right, to work on my subconscious mind, because that is responsible for 95% of what it is I'm actually creating. I want to know if this is making sense to all of you. I'm trying to stop sharing my screen here. Let's see if I can actually stop it. Oh, there we go. Tell me if this is making sense to you. Like, are you guys getting this, or am I like going way too far out? Because I know I've been studying this for so long that sometimes I talk so fast and I'm not breaking it down enough. But I want to know if this is resonating with you, if this is something that you feel, if you're understanding this idea of the subconscious mind versus the conscious mind, and why it's really like the inner work that you have to do. And guess what? It's hard. It's hard to do. The inner work is hard to do. Like, I always tell the people that have been getting into the program, I'm already telling them, here's what you need to know. We're going to shake your very core. Like, you're going to be uncomfortable at times. You're going to be like, I don't think this shit is working. In fact, I think my life is falling apart, because you have to have it fall apart so that you can rebuild it, right? And I know, like, a lot of people who go through the program, they're like, what's happening here? Like, I feel resistance, or I feel chaos, right? I'm like, yep, that's part of the journey. Like, we're literally going on a journey so that you can find more of who you are, so that you can unleash your power, so that you can bring more of what is really the core strengths and desires that you have, and bring those to the forefront. Okay, I could talk about this forever, but I got to go, because I got to train like over 100 teachers, and I'm super excited about it. So thanks for being here. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking of this training, and I'll be back tomorrow, okay? Because we're going to keep going deeper with this topic this week. All right, see ya. See ya.